Track. We're looking at Greg Foster, who's from the West Coast, went to UCLA, and probably never ran indoor track until he was out of college, and now he's a regular on the circuit.
His confidence is way up from what it was last year.
Well, Greg had a good year last year. He won the World Championships outdoor. He really reached his potential, and he became a much calmer person. He has gotten confidence, and it's because he knows how hard he's worked to get where he is. And I think
almost seems like last year's success has removed the albatross.
Well, I think having Renaldo Nehemiah back in the sport and being able to beat Renaldo week after week has stopped people talking about the fact, well, Nehemiah retired prematurely. So that's been a good thing for both of those athletes to get them both back on the track.
You can see the world and the American records, 7.36. Greg Foster, he will start in lane 3 out of the world-class track club. Let's take a look at our lane assignments. Arthur Blake, watch him. He's been running very well lately. Tonie Campbell in lane 2 for Stars and Stripes. Greg Foster in lane 3. The former San Francisco 49er, Renaldo Nehemiah, in lane 4. And then one of our 7 Soviets here at George Mason University, Igor Kazanov in lane 5. Roger Kingdom, always a nemesis of Greg Foster. He starts in lane 6.
Well, Kingdom's the Olympic champion. He's having a good year. This is the man, though, that everybody's been watching the last 3 meets because, quite frankly, he's been making a comeback for 2 years, and things aren't going well. A week ago in the Millrose Games, Renaldo had some family problems. His father was sick. He ran horribly. But last night in the Meadowlands, Skeet started to look pretty good again. This is great for him to run 2 meets in a row. Tonie Campbell won the Indoor World Championships when Greg Foster went down in that tumble. So they all have something to prove. If there's any sport in track and field where there's a lot of bickering and talking between the athletes, bad blood, unfortunately, this is the event.
Because?
Well, because Campbell won it, but Foster fell down, so it wasn't a clean victory. And then Kingdom won the Olympics, but Foster thought there had been a false start. And then Nehemiah retired at the top of his game. He was really not beaten by Foster in his first career. He's coming back, but he isn't even in Foster's class lately. In fact, Arthur Blake in lane 1 tied with Nehemiah last night. The reason everyone's watching Skeets is he could win the Olympics, but not unless in the next month or so he has a drastic improvement in his form. And he's gone back to train with his high school coach, and I think you can almost see the improvement day to day now on Nehemiah. That's Roger Kingdom, the Olympic champion.
Ex-Pit Panther. He starts in lane 6. Greg Foster's in lane 3. Skeets Nehemiah in lane 4, and the Soviet Igor Kazanov in lane 5. Foster out of the blocks first in lane number 3. How much pressure is on him with Nehemiah right alongside, Kingdom on the outside, Tonie Campbell, who beat him last year, as you pointed out, in lane 2?
I don't think there's any pressure on Foster because he could lose every race indoors. He proved himself last year's out. Let's look and see who made the jump here. It was definitely Foster. You get 2 false starts in this open competition, so he's playing with their minds, I think. He can lose these indoor races. It doesn't matter. He proved he could win the big one last year in the World Championships. The guys that are really nervous is Nehemiah, because Nehemiah has to start psyching some other people out. They're not even worried about him anymore. He's got to get back in the forefront of their minds. So the nervous guys are Nehemiah and Roger Kingdom, who are making comebacks and need to prove it to the other guys in the field, but mostly to themselves.
Real quickly, you say that Greg Foster was playing with their minds a little bit after the false start. Why?
Well, by doing the false start, it's almost like I'm controlling this race. I'm so confident that I can win the race. He's got to sit in the box this time. See, he got out last this time, but he's saying I can get out last and still beat you.
Foster in lane 3. Greg Foster in lane 3. No contest. Alongside Tonie Campbell in lane 2 for the second spot.
Well, here's the bad blood. You know, looking right at Tonie Campbell. I don't know what he's saying, but by jumping like that, he's almost saying, look, I can wait on the second start, be last out of the blocks, and still beat you guys. I don't know what happened down there. Crazy event. he might be thinking that Tonie Campbell in the second lane jumped the gun. Campbell's got a good lead right now, but Foster keeps his concentration and just wears him down. Nehemiah running a good race, almost there with Tonie Campbell, and there's the look from Greg Foster.
Yeah, he stared right over at Tonie Campbell in lane 2. I thought that Campbell jumped. I thought he got out of lane 2.
Greg's definitely looking for the recall starter, but he won the race, so it all turned out okay. Watch Nehemiah. Watch, he's all over his lane. He's off balance as he comes down, and look at Foster.
And watch Greg Foster in lane 3, center of your screen. As soon as it's over, look over and stare at Tonie Campbell right there, like in your face, like on the playground.
Slam dunk. I never saw a slam dunk in the hurdles before.
Unofficial results and the unofficial time, 7.48 seconds. There it is. Foster first, Campbell second, and Nehemiah finished up third unofficially in the men's 60-meter hurdles.
Greg, you got anchored in the blocks there the second time. You just wanted to be careful and qualify?
Well, not really. It was a false start. It was definitely a false start, and basically I just tried to react to Tonie. Really, he got out, so I didn't think they wasn't any indication they were going to call it back, so I just took off.
Okay, when you finished, was there any statement you were making when you kind of turned to check and see how Tonie was doing off to your right?
Pretty much just told him he knew he false started. There's nothing he can do about it. He did the right thing and continued on running. Because I think that cost me a few races stopping in the past, so he did the right thing.
You felt comfortable coming from behind?
I felt fine coming from behind. I've done it all this year, all last year, and it's not a big deal anymore. I can keep my composure, not worry about getting too involved with other runners and just worrying about myself.
Give me your opinion. Is Skeets getting better or no?
I don't know. I don't pay any attention to him. I'm out here to do my job. If he's in front of me, my job is to go get him. If he's behind me, my job is to leave him.
You're training for the Olympics. Are you just kind of plateauing and kind of putting the work in now, but not training intensely? Is it too early?
Right now, it's really too early. I mean, you still have 7-8 months away, and there's not much I can do right now other than staying injury-free. That's going to help me.
Okay. Congratulations, Greg. You're dominating indoors again.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
There are the official results. A good word, Larry Rawson, because dominate is what we talked about Greg Foster doing as far as the hurdles are concerned, the most dominant force in hurdles. And he's the official winner now. There's the time, 7.48. Tonie Campbell was second, and Renaldo Skeets Nehemiah, ex of the 49ers in San Francisco, wound up third. Let's check in down in the field. There is Renaldo Nehemiah over on the right-hand side of your screen. Tonie Campbell with the green, white, and blue, and the glasses on the left. And Greg Foster, there's a good look at the former San Francisco 49er.
Finishing second with a time of 7:56, Tonie Campbell.
And there is Tonie Campbell, who finished up in the second spot. Nehemiah was third, and the winner of the men's 60-meter hurdles, Greg Foster, number 1 in the world and the American record holder. There he is.
And that's got to be a real thrill to bring your son around to watch some of your races, these early season meets. This shows how much confidence Greg has to come to a meet and bring his son. And you know how it is with kids in the hotel room. If it was a real do-or-die race, I'm sure he might not be doing that. But not many people get to bring their kids to the athletic events like that.